Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we break down urgent global stories with clarity and care. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps get the truth out there. Tonight's story is devastating. 2 members of Israel's embassy in the U.S. were killed outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. Police are calling it a targeted shooting. Let's unpack exactly what happened. 2 Israeli embassy employees were tragically gunned down outside the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday night. Law enforcement officials say it was a targeted act. The suspect is in custody. It was 9:08 p.m. in Washington when 911 calls started coming in. Shots fired right outside the Capitol Jewish Museum, just blocks from an FBI field office. 2 embassy employees had just exited the building. Moments later, they were gunned down. The shooter didn't flee. He stood his ground, pacing and shouting. The Israeli Foreign Ministry confirmed the victims, Yaron Lischinsky and Lynn Milgrim. Their statement read, "We are shocked and horrified this morning by the news of the brutal terrorist attack that claimed the lives of 2 of our embassy staff members. May their memory be a blessing." Yet later, Israel's ambassador to the U.S. revealed something deeply personal. Yaron and Sarah were about to be engaged. Yaron had bought a ring earlier that week. He planned to propose in Jerusalem the next weekend, a future shattered by violence. Sarah was an American citizen. Yaron was Israeli. They worked in the U.S. as part of diplomatic outreach, often attending cultural events in the capital. According to sources, the museum visit was personal, not official. The man arrested at the scene is 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago. Police say he shouted "Free Palestine" as he was detained. That phrase has ignited protests and sparked violence in other places. And now it's connected to this attack. Metropolitan Police Chief Pamela A. Smith spoke at a late-night press conference. She confirmed that Rodriguez was caught on surveillance pacing outside the museum before opening fire. He wasn't known to police. No criminal record, no alerts. Witnesses describe Rodriguez standing outside alone, scanning the area. Then he approached the group. Without warning, he pulled a handgun and shot 2 of the 4 individuals present, Sarah and Yaron. The others escaped injury. Police and paramedics arrived within minutes. Both victims were unconscious and not breathing when medics reached them. CPR was attempted, but it was too late. They were pronounced dead at the scene. World leaders and diplomats began reacting almost immediately. U.S. officials condemned the shooting as a terrorist act. Israel's foreign ministry called for enhanced security measures at diplomatic sites across the U.S. This attack isn't isolated. Across the world, political anger is turning into targeted violence. Diplomats, especially from nations involved in conflict, are becoming vulnerable, even far from war zones. With the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict, tensions have spilled into the streets of Europe and North America. Rodriguez's statement, "Free Palestine," suggests political motivation, but authorities are still investigating whether he acted alone. Police are combing through Rodriguez's digital life, social media, texts, online forums. They're trying to determine if he had help or if anyone encouraged the attack. So far, he appears to have acted alone. Across Washington, candles and flowers are being placed near the museum. A vigil is planned later this week. Yaron and Sarah were not just diplomats. They were friends, partners, people with dreams. The world now knows their names and their story. We report this story not just as news, but as a moment of mourning. If you want justice, peace, and accountability, make your voice heard. Please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to follow this story and others that matter. And above all, let's remember Yaron and Sarah and stand against hate.